So some of the effects of frog extinction include the loss of human food. 1 billion tons of wild frogs are consumed by humans every year. With the frog population rapidly declining, more and more people are losing a source of food. The underwater ecosystem being unbalanced. Tadpoles, which are baby frogs basically, um, eat the excessive buildup of algae that can significantly reduce the amount of oxygen that is in the water and can upset the ecosystem. And the lack of oxygen actually kills off some of the fish, and then without the fish, then other animals and organisms would die off. Um, and without frogs, there would be no more studies to cure diseases. Frogs have a protein-like chemical called peptides that can be used in treatments to cure diseases like HIV and cancer because they can be antiviral, antibiotic, antifungal, and antiparasitic. An increase in disease outbreaks. So without frogs, the mosquito population would grow exponentially. Mosquitoes carry diseases such as West Nile, Zika, Lyme disease, and malaria. While these are not always fatal, an outbreak of these diseases can start another global pandemic.
Helping frogs. So, after we've seen that frogs are in danger, going extinct, and all the negative effects they have on the world, we can help save frogs. So, the first thing you can do is just raise awareness. Tell a friend, tell your class, tell your teachers, just raise awareness for frogs. You can also stop using harmful chemicals and pesticides. Anything you'd use in your lawn that could get in the water stream for frogs, just stop using those altogether. We can keep the earth clean, keep it clean from pollution, which harm all animals on the earth. Be resourceful, make sure we're recycling or using resources that won't harm our environment, and to help the world with climate change, which also affects frogs, as we have discussed. And the last thing that you can do is support organizations. There are many organizations at zoos, other places you can look all over online, and one right here is SaveTheFrogs.com. Again, that is SaveTheFrogs.com. So this is what it would look like if you lived in a world without frogs. As you can see, you're cooking a lovely meal over here, but there's an infestation of spiders because there aren't any frogs to eat them. Next, you try to go and have a relaxing bath, but you are overcome with mosquitoes. And rather than coming out with clear skin, you come out with a rash. And lastly, you're just trying to enjoy your movie with some popcorn, but you have a bunch of bees flying around you. And next thing you know, you are in the hospital because you're allergic to bees.
In conclusion, frogs are going extinct due to things like climate change and human intervention, and much more. Without frogs, environments that they once lived in can be negatively impacted by a lack of oxygen, an increase of CO2 emissions, and an increase of CO2 emissions. So this is why frog conservation should be more of a priority in the future.
We'd like to thank all of our sources for all their help, all the scientists for all your research, and thank you for listening. #SaveTheFrogs.com.